Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
About teaching, speaking, so for that, let me introduce my group member from
My name is Denika Kusuma as the first speaker. My name is Livia Wadavia as fifth speaker.
My name is Muradema as the third speaker.
My name is Miranin as a second speaker.
My name is Anisha Satriani as the first speaker. My name is Dalamini Basal as the fourth speaker.
Okay. Let's move to presentation by
Siapa tadi? Nama yang satunya umur ada segala yang
Bang, bayi namin ito.
slide yang tadi. Anissa,
Bilang, bukan.
okay, the first speaker is Asia. Next.
Okay, the first is introduction. So, what is speaking? Speaking is what the language
tarik kursi di sini. Be relaxed to mingle in front of your friends. You may jalan ke belakang, explain. Feel free to explain. Gak harus di situ, tidak harus membaca. You can go into try to do your best. Okay, it's fine for you. Anggap kami ini adalah awak dan ataupun apa lagi supaya kalian tidak nervous. Lebih nervous saya memang kalau ada audio. Okay.
Okay, the first one is interaction. So, what is speaking? Speaking is one of language skill of communication, and it expresses an idea, feeling, option, and flow of information or information. It also helps people to communication with another. So, what that is one of the way to teach English speaking is through role playing. So, what is role playing? The role playing is linked to teaching English speaking involves fantasy or imagination. So the students, through role playing, it lets students to develop and practice new language, and then give students an opportunity to practice communication in different social and different roles. So allow students to be creative and put themselves in another person's place for a while. So through the role plays, a student can improve their speaking with another role. They can practice speaking with new language, new vocabulary, and it also improve their vocabulary. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. I will bring it to moderator.
We'll hand over. Hand over.
Hand
Hand over. Mengembalikan kan? Mengembalikan ke moderator. Nah, ini back biasanya tuh kayak can I go please? Okay. I'll give it back. Tapi kalau kayak kolom kayak gitu, you fake I hand over. Hand it over. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The next speaker is Umiani. Okay, so before we using role playing for teaching speaking, we must know the three types of role playing, which includes fully scripted role play, semi-scripted role play, and non-scripted role play. In fully scripted role play, each word is given and each student should understand and memorize his or her role. This type includes explaining the model conversation in the prescribed textbook, and the main aim of the conversation, after all, is to make each item of the language meaningful and easy to remember. This type can be appropriate for low-level students and students who don't know the situation in the semi-scripted role play. And the second one of role play includes a model conversation with some missing words, and students should know how to fill in the blanks in suitable words of this context. Therefore, students can change the main conversation to some certain way and establish their own conversation. This type can be used for students with upper beginner to intermediate levels of proficiency. The third type of role play is students may be given with keywords and information of dialogues or context and games in less controlled and structured tasks. In this type, students establish mini conversation based on keywords mentioned above. Materials or context are simply as filling in the gap. The students can build on their opinions and thoughts and establish language on their level, acting out in some situations based on their understanding. Non-scripted role play can be practical for middle to advanced level students as non-scripted role play in a pre-constructed way, with sometimes demands special skills like problem solving. Okay. The next speaker is strategy. Okay, strategy. Get a student to talk about their feelings. It's not always easy. Many short for them to talk about the test. They may be afraid of ridiculous dismissal. Role-play can help students play with personal problems. It allows them to be spontaneous by releasing creative energy. Role-play, on the other hand, can be simple, quiet, and with technique to organize. It is also highly flexible, giving much more scope for individual creation, initiative, and imagination. For it, was included simulation as well. According to the Ninjaya 2018, role-play is activity in learning process, which is the student should not be worried because in this learning process, the real situation of play will be great. The teacher only give the student short scenario, and then the student can improve the situations and character. Role-playing clearly promotes of interpersonal relation and social relation among participants. In the other, simulation to assure the participant must accept the duties and responsibilities of their roles and function and do the best they can. And do the best they can. To fulfill all responsibilities.
Students must relate to others in simulation, utilizing effective social skills. Role-playing can improve learning skills in any situation and help learners to interact. So, role-play is a strategy which involves fantasy or imagination to be someone else or to be ourselves in a specific situation for a while, improvising dialogue and creating a real-world scenario. It aims that the student will create thinking and creativity. The student develop and practice new language and behavioral skills in relatively non-teaching setting and can create the motivation and improvement necessary for learning to experience.
So we may continue. If you have any friends, let us know. We'll give you the score. So, are you recording? Okay. So I can also record the minute.
Yes.
And you go to the what? Okay. We continue.
Okay, next part is
Okay, now we move to the procedure of teaching training through role playing. So role playing allows the objective of the course to be hit in the limited time, integrate through an integrated approach which allow the students in the learning process such as content, speaking interaction, and strategies. The teacher's roles in giving instruction was equally important. So we can see in here that there are 6 steps in the procedure. The first step is deciding on the teaching material. So the teacher needs to select which the teaching material that will be used in the role-play activity. The teacher can select the material from the textbooks or the non-textbooks. The materials such as picture books, story books, comic strip, play script, movies, or cartoon. And the teacher needs to choose the material ahead of time. And also the teacher can create their own material for the authentic learning activities. But remember that the learning material should be based on the student's level and interest. The second step is select situation and create dialogue. So after the teacher select the situation, the teacher should create the dialogues, and for every situation for the role play that will be played, the teacher should be the material should be provided by the teacher's learning materials or created by the student themselves. And the third step is teach dialogue for the role plays. So in the third step, the teachers need to teach the students about the vocabulary, sentence, and dialogues. And this is because the teacher needs to make sure that the students know how to use the vocabulary, the sentence, and also the dialogue. And then after that, the first step is have students practice the role plays. So in the step, the student can practice their own role plays or roles in a pairs or in a small group. And after the students is already familiar with their own roles, the teacher can ask the student to exchange the role. In that way, the student can also learn and practice different roles and also learning the all of the line for the roles that will be played. The next step is have students modify the situation and dialogue. So after the students already familiar and understand about the role play that will be played by them, the students can ask the teacher, the teacher can ask the student to modify or create some variation from the original role play that will be played. And the last step is evaluate and check students' comprehension. So in the last step, the student needs to evaluate their comprehension by the teacher, check the effectiveness of this role playing to application in the classroom. And there are several ways that teacher can do to make a student evaluation. For example, like the teacher can make an oral task to the student and make some simple question, give that question to the student, and then ask the student to answer it based on the role play that just they done. In the such activities, the student can provide the opportunities to do a self-reflection and also self-observation. I think that's all from me. Back on to you.
Okay, thank you. The next speaker is Tian Types.
The advantages of teaching speaking through role playing. This learning model is very unique, so that is able to attract student attention to existing social problems and is useful for them in the future. So, what are the advantages of this learning model? Let's see. The first point is role-playing learning helps students to examine the feelings of other people. Like we learn various forms of human emotion, learn to acknowledge other people's opinion, understand each other, and be tolerant each other. The second point is students can train themselves to think and critically. The third point is enabling students to learn to solve the problem they face realistically because of the appreciation of the role playing. The fourth point is there are educational values that relate to life, especially in the world of work. The fifth point is guiding the student to be able to carry out identification and investigation. The sixth point is this model has the advantages of giving students complete freedom of decision making and expression. And the last point is generating a spirit of optimism that the values of good cooperation between people and making the class more dynamic and memorable in the heart of students. I think enough.
Thank you. The next speaker is Dewi Aulia. Thank you.
Okay, the weaknesses of teaching speaking through role playing. So there are five weaknesses of role playing. The first one is this learning model is talking relatively a long time, and the second is it takes high creativity for both teacher and student. And the third, not all subjects are suitable using this model. Sometimes there are tools who are more suitable for contextual learning models. And the fourth, this learning model can make the class noisy. And at the beginning of its application, there are still many students who feel embraced if they are appointed as actors. And the last one is, if the role-playing learning models fails, it means that the teaching objectives are not achieved. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you. The last is conclusion. Speaking is one of language skill and used by people to communicate with another. Role-playing is one of the way to teach English speaking. It can help students improve their speaking skill through role. Okay, maybe let's move to the presentation. This question from another group.